Struggling to generate leads without breaking the bank? You're not alone. This episode of Undone Marketing, we discuss 5 cost-effective ways to generate quality leads without wasting cash. SEO, content marketing, social engagement, referrals, and email marketing. No pricey ads needed. Learn how smart brands are winning the lead gen game without expensive ads. And a free bonus, our favorite free and affordable tools to help you do the same. Let's get started.
Hey everyone. Lead generation, it's something we all think about, especially if you're working with a tight budget. I mean, those ad costs, they just seem to keep going up, right? But I'm here to tell you, you don't have to go broke trying to get new customers.
You're absolutely right. We're seeing more and more businesses moving away from just relying on those paid ads.
Makes sense.
It's not that paid ads are useless, but as costs increase, HubSpot reported that click-through rates jumped over 30% just last year.
Ouch, yeah, that's a big jump.
It is. So businesses are having to get a little more creative, think outside the box.
It's like that advice from Gary Vaynerchuk, right? Like, don't spend $1 on marketing unless you know exactly how to get it back.
Exactly. Wise words.
So how do we do that? Get that ROI without, spending a fortune? Content marketing seems to be the hot topic these days.
It's popular for a reason, but it's not just about creating content to create content, it's about genuinely providing value to your audience. Think of it like building a relationship.
Okay, I like that.
You offer something valuable up front, you gain trust, and you become that go-to resource.
So it's more than just churning out blog posts.
Right. It's about providing real insights, advice people can actually use, information that truly helps your target audience.
Gotcha. So what are some good examples of that kind of content?
Well, think about what your ideal customer struggles with. What do they need help with? Maybe it's keyword research, SEO, crafting better email campaigns, things like that.
Okay.
And then create content around that. Maybe in-depth industry reports, checklists that people can use, templates. You could even do interviews with big names in your field.
So basically find those pain points and offer solutions, almost like becoming a consultant through your content.
Exactly. And the great thing is, content marketing draws in the right people. They're already interested in what you have to offer.
I see. They come to you. And speaking of coming to you, the stats show that companies that blog get 67% more leads every month.
That's huge.
It is. It's not just blogging though, right?
Nope. There are tons of different formats you can use. Videos, infographics, those downloadable guides everyone loves. The key is to use the right format for the information you're sharing. And of course, your audience.
Makes sense. And whatever you choose, you have to stay consistent.
Yes, consistency is key. You want people to see you as a reliable source, someone they can count on to deliver good information.
Okay, so you're creating this great content, attracting all these potential leads. What's next?
Well, you've got to nurture those connections, keep them engaged. That's where social media comes in.
Social media. Everyone's talking about it.
But it's more than just posting pretty pictures. It's about real engagement, authentic interactions, building a community.
I think a lot of people struggle with that. Authentic engagement, it sounds great, but what does it actually look like?
It's about being responsive, actually answering questions.
Oh, okay.
Joining conversations that are relevant to your brand. And showing genuine interest in your followers. Think of it as building relationships just online.
So it's a two-way street. It's not just talking AT people, it's interacting with them.
Exactly. And a great example of this is Glossier. They've built a huge, loyal following and cut way back on their ad spending by encouraging user-generated content and being super active with their customers on places like Instagram and TikTok.
Glossier, yeah, they've done really well. It can be overwhelming, though, to manage all those platforms, right? Especially for smaller businesses.
Absolutely. And that's where tools like Hootsuite or Buffer can be so helpful. They let you schedule your posts. You can see who's mentioning you. You can track your engagement all from one place.
Ah, so you can be more efficient.
Exactly. It's about working smarter, not harder, right?
But even with amazing content and a great social media presence, we still need to make sure people can actually find us. So that's where SEO comes in.
Yes.
It can be a bit intimidating.
It doesn't have to be. SEO or search engine optimization. It's really just about making your content easy for those search engines to find.
Like Google.
Like Google. And the more discoverable you are, the more organic traffic you get, more potential customers finding you without having to pay for ads.
So it's like making sure your store is on the busiest street in town, where everyone can see it.
Exactly. Think about it. When you're online, you need to find information.
Mm.
What do?
Google it.
You Google it. And being at the top of those search results, that's prime real estate.
Just ask Brian Dean, right? The SEO expert from Backlinko.
He's a great example. He built his whole business around teaching people how to rank higher in search results, and he's generated tons of leads from it.
So how do we actually DO that? What are the key parts of SEO?
Well, it starts with keyword research. You need to know what words people are actually searching for.
Right.
Then you make sure those keywords are in your content. That's called on-page optimization.
So it's not about just cramming keywords in wherever.
No, it's about understanding how people search and making sure your content matches what they're looking for.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then you have off-page optimization. That includes things like getting backlinks from other websites that Google already trusts.
So other sites kind of vouching for you.
Exactly. Backlinks are like votes of confidence. They tell Google that your content is valuable and trustworthy.
It does sound pretty complex, to be honest.
It can be. But there are so many resources out there to help you learn. And remember, with SEO, you're playing the long game.
I see. So the payoff is over time.
The benefits just keep building up.
Okay, so we've got creating great content, being smart about social media, mastering the art of SEO. What else can we do to generate leads on a budget?
Don't forget about referrals.
Oh, right, word of mouth.
It's incredibly powerful. Think about it. People trust recommendations from people they know way more than random ads.
Oh, for sure. I'm way more likely to try a new restaurant if a friend tells me about it.
Exactly. And there's a whole psychology behind it, too. When someone recommends something, they're putting their own reputation on the line. That carries a lot of weight.
That makes sense. It's like they're vouching for you.
Right. And a classic example of this is Dropbox.
Oh, yeah, they grew incredibly fast.
They did. And it's largely thanks to their referral program. They offered free storage to users who invited their friends. It was a win-win for everyone involved.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Existing users got more storage, new users got a great product, and Dropbox got a bunch of new customers.
So how do we create a program like that? One that actually works?
First, make it easy to understand and easy to join. Offer good incentives, maybe discounts, free things, exclusive content.
Got it.
Make it super simple for people to share their referral link, social media buttons, or integrating it with email. Those are good ideas.
Yeah.
And don't forget to promote it. Remind people it exists, tell them why they should participate.
So keep it front of mind.
Exactly. And it's amazing how powerful word-of-mouth marketing still is, even in today's digital world.
It's true.
We still rely on personal recommendations all the time, right? Whether it's a restaurant, a plumber, even a doctor.
It's true. You want someone you can trust.
Exactly. And the stats back this up. 92% of consumers trust referrals from people they know.
Wow, 92%. That's a lot.
It is. So if you're not actively encouraging referrals, you're missing out on a big opportunity.
Okay, so we've covered content marketing, social media, SEO, referral programs. What else can we add to our list of budget-friendly tools?
Let's not forget about email marketing.
Oh, yeah, good old email marketing.
It might not be the flashiest, but it's still incredibly effective. It's one of the best ways to build those lasting relationships with your leads.
Email is like that reliable friend who's always there. But how do we make sure our emails actually get read? Stand out in all that inbox clutter?
The key is to provide value. Don't just send sales pitches all the time.
Yeah, that gets annoying.
Right. Share useful tips, give them exclusive content, maybe a little behind-the-scenes look at your business. Make it feel like a little gift in their inbox.
I like that. And don't forget to personalize, right?
Of course. Nobody wants to feel like they're just another name on a list. Segment your audience, send them messages that are relevant to their interests and behaviors.
Like Grammarly does, for example.
They're great at it. Their emails always feel like they get me. It's a good balance of information and engagement.
I agree.
They really understand their audience and tailor those messages perfectly. And remember, email marketing lets you track everything. You can see who opens, who clicks, what converts, and that helps you get better over time.
So it's like you're always learning and improving.
Exactly. Plus, the ROI on email marketing is fantastic.
Great.
The average return is $42 for every $1 spent.
Wow. Okay, I'm sold on email marketing. So we've covered a lot today, but I know we're just scratching the surface. Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll dive into some specific tools and resources that can help you put all this into action. All right, we're back. So many great strategies for lead generation. I'm feeling inspired, but I also want to know, how do we actually do all this? What tools are out there to help us?
Well, I'm happy to share some of my favorites.
Oh.
Let's start with Ahrefs. It's a powerhouse for keyword research. You can check out your competitors, and it tracks your SEO progress.
So you mentioned keyword research earlier. How does Ahrefs help with that?
So they have this Keyword Explorer tool. It's amazing. You can see exactly what people are searching for,
Oh, wow.
how much competition there is for those keywords. It even suggests other keywords you might not have thought of.
So you can see what your potential customers are actually typing into Google.
Exactly. It takes out all that guesswork.
Love that.
Right.
What about, you said competitor analysis. How does that work with Ahrefs?
You can see what keywords your competitors are ranking for, what kind of content they're putting out there, where their backlinks are coming from.
Yeah.
It's really helpful.
Wow, so you can see what's working for them.
Yeah. It gives you so many insights. And it helps you figure out how to stand out, how to be different.
Okay, so Ahrefs sounds awesome.
Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing it's not free.
You're right. It's a paid tool. But they have different plans, so you can find one that fits your budget.
Okay, that's good to know.
Their light plan starts at $99 a month. And honestly, considering everything you get, it's a steal.
All right, so Ahrefs for SEO. What about social media? Any tools to help us manage all that?
Absolutely. We mentioned Hootsuite and Buffer before, both great options.
Yeah, I remember those names.
They're super helpful for managing your social media accounts. You can schedule your posts in advance, track your engagement, see who's talking about you. It's all in one place.
So instead of jumping between different platforms all day, you can plan everything out.
Exactly. It saves so much time, especially if you're handling multiple accounts.
I bet. And are those free?
They both have free plans, so you can try them out, see if you like them before you pay anything.
Free trials are the best.
Yeah.
Okay, Ahrefs for SEO, Hootsuite or Buffer for social media. What about email marketing? Any tools you like for that?
MailChimp is a really good one.
MailChimp, yeah, I've heard of that.
It's super easy to use, even if you're a beginner.
Well, that's good to know.
You can create nice-looking emails, segment your audience, automate your campaigns. You can even see how well they're doing.
And segmentation, that's about sending those personalized messages.
Right. You want to make sure the right people are getting the right message at the right time.
Makes sense.
And MailChimp makes it easy. Plus, their free plan lets you have up to 2,000 contacts.
So you can try it out without spending any money.
Exactly. It's a great way to get started.
I love how many affordable options are out there. So today we've talked about content marketing, social media, SEO, those referral programs, email. It seems like you really don't need a ton of money to get new customers.
You really don't. It's about being strategic, using your creativity, and knowing what works best for your business, what your audience responds to.
Right. It's not just about attracting leads, though, is it?
Nope.
It's about, what was that word? Nurturing.
Nurturing, exactly. It's about building those relationships over time.
I like to think of it like planting a seed. You plant it, but then you have to take care of it if you want it to grow.
That's a perfect analogy, but I know it can feel overwhelming, especially when you're already doing so much, wearing so many hats.
Oh, yeah. As an entrepreneur, it's like you have 10 jobs at once.
Right. But you don't have to do everything at once. You can start with 1 or 2 strategies that really resonate with you, that make sense for your business.
Okay, so start small.
Start small, master those, and then you can add more as you go.
So it's about building a sustainable system over time.
Exactly. And remember, things change all the time. What works today might not work tomorrow. You have to stay curious, be adaptable, and always be learning.
I like that. Stay curious. It's what makes being an entrepreneur exciting.
It is. It's all about embracing change and finding creative solutions. Who knows? You might even stumble upon the next big thing in lead generation.
No, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
So as we start to wrap things up, what are the key takeaways you want our listener to remember?
I think the most important thing is to remember that you're not alone. Building a business is a journey, and there are tons of resources out there to help you. Don't be afraid to reach out, connect with other entrepreneurs, learn from their experiences.
That's a great point. It's easy to get caught up in the day-to-day and forget that there's this whole community of people who get it.
Exactly. And when you connect with others, you realize it's not just about, making money.
Yeah.
It's about building something you're passionate about, making a difference,
Well,
and having fun along the way.
yes, you have to enjoy the ride. It's a roller coaster, that's for sure.
Yeah,
And it's definitely more fun when you can share it with people who understand.
absolutely. And remember, marketing is always evolving. So keep learning, keep experimenting.
Stay curious.
Stay curious.
That's the best advice.
Right.
So to connect this back to the bigger picture, it seems like things are shifting toward a more human-centered approach to marketing.
You're right. It's less about yelling at people with ads.
Yeah.
It's more about connecting with them, providing real value.
Because at the end of the day, people buy from people they know, like, and trust.
Exactly. Build those relationships and the leads will come. And here's a final stat for you. Companies that nurture leads make 50% more sales at a 33% lower cost.
Wow, that's huge.
That's from Forrester Research. So if you're not nurturing your leads,
Yeah.
you're missing out.
All right, I think that wraps up our deep dive into lead generation on a budget. It's been a great conversation. Hopefully you feel as inspired and optimistic as I do.
Remember, you don't need a huge budget. You just need the right strategies, a willingness to try new things, and that passion for connecting with your audience. Go out there, put what you've learned into action, and have fun.
I love it. Thank you so much for joining us today. Until next time, happy lead generating.
It's less about, yelling at people with ads.
Yeah.
It's more about connecting with them, providing real value.
Because at the end of the day, people buy from people they know, like, and trust.
Exactly. Build those relationships, and the leads will come.
Yeah.
And here's a final stat for you. Companies that nurture leads make 50% more sales at a 33% lower cost.
Wow, that's huge.
That's from Forrester Research. So if you're not nurturing your leads, you're missing out.
All right, I think that wraps up our deep dive into lead generation on a budget. It's been a great conversation. Hopefully you feel as inspired and optimistic as I do.
Remember, you don't need a huge budget. You just need the right strategies, a willingness to try new things, and that passion for connecting with your audience. Go out there, put what you've learned into action, and have fun.
I love it. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah.
Until next time, happy lead generating.
That's a wrap for this episode of Undone Marketing. If you liked what you heard, don't stop here. Check out our other episodes for more straight takes on today's hottest marketing topics. New episodes dropping weekly, so hit follow and stay ahead of the game. Got a question or topic you want us to tackle? Find us online and let's keep the conversation going. See you next time.